Hello folks, welcome to another From the Hip with your host Excelsior. It's now 9:02. Wow, it's late today. I finished my videos earlier, so I'm just going to do my usual From the Hip, sort of 15 minutes, just talking about what's been going on this week and my thoughts on things. First off, I was thinking about the recent attacks within the community by people attacking other ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. And I know I spoke about this last week, but it's nuts. It's just bonkers. We're supposed to be going after one of the largest cults on the planet. They have 8 million victims. So my advice to anybody is, if you find something that's criminal, then yeah, be a whistleblower like we're being a whistleblower against the Watchtower. If not, go after the Watchtower, please. That's who we need to take on. Those are the scumbags who are hurting people on an industrial scale. So anyway, I haven't done my usual introduction, sorry. Raise that godless or god-loving goblet and sit back and relax, fill it up with a tipple. I've got a selection there for you on screen. Find yourself something nice and sit back and relax with me for the remainder of the time. So that was something that was continuing this week, these swipes and attacks. And it's nothing new. I was talking to someone, and this has been going on for years, where people start getting aggressive and unpleasant towards people they personally don't like or have some kind of issue with. Well, isn't that how the Watchtower behaves? Anyone who disagrees with them is an enemy. Anyone who disagrees with them is to be destroyed in some way. Stop acting like the Watchtower and start attacking the Watchtower. Enough said. It's the end of my holiday now. The children will be going back to school this week in England, and so I'm going to be trying to get some work now that the children are back, because I'm a teacher. I teach from 5 to 11, and I do tutoring, so in maths and English and any other subject that they need. So I'll be looking for some more clients, so I'm going to be cracking on with that. But it's a transition from being on holiday and being able to get up when I like and do what I want for about 2 months to getting up and doing things, and it's as we all know, that's quite a tricky one to do. And the longer gap you've had between when you've had to get up, I mean, it makes it worse. So I'm phasing myself in to getting up earlier in the mornings, and you just set the alarm a little bit earlier each morning until you get used to getting up for work kind of hours. So I'm hoping that everyone who's got kids will be the reverse, won't they? They'll be going, "Hey, the kids are back at last. I don't have to have them around the house all day." Well, you parents out there, think about us teachers who have your kids for the majority of the time, and make sure you teach them how to sit still and behave themselves, and make it a bit easier for us. It's all give and take, folks. If you teach your kids to know how to sit down and pay attention and things like that, then your kid's going to do better in school, and they'll have a nicer time too. And the teachers will better sit there and teach rather than go, "Billy, be quiet. Billy, stop it. Billy, I'm going to put your name on the naughty board. Billy," and all this kind of stuff the teachers have to do all day. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, I hope you enjoyed the final instalment of the Kittens of Doom. I was going to string it out longer, but I thought no, it needs to come to an end this time. Otherwise, I'll be doing whole months of Kittens of Doom videos. But who knows? Maybe they'll be back. Maybe the ones that are being given away free of charge by the Jehovah's Witnesses are in fact spies and saboteurs. And perhaps they will find some way of mesmerising their owners to return to Jehovah's Stick. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I think I might have to use that. So stay tuned, folks. You never know what's going to happen. The Kittens of Doom. But that's what they offer, isn't it? the reality is they are offering a kitten of doom, because paradise is full of cute, cuddly somethings, isn't it? You look at all the pictures, there's always something cute and cuddly in the picture somewhere, because that's what they're selling. I'm just taking it from being a paradise to being, here's a cute, cuddly kitten that's 3.2% cuter than any other kitten. But that's what they're doing. They're selling a lie. They're selling a fantasy. And one of the best things about coming out of my bad time and being a lot healthier now and a lot more balanced is that I'm no longer living in fantasy worlds of any kind. I mean, we were in the Watchtower fantasy, and when you come out and you're going through tough times, sometimes it can be easy to daydream, start thinking about things that make you feel happy. But the worst prison, folks, is the prison you don't want to leave. Think about that. We don't need to start living in fantasy worlds once we've come out of the Watchtower. Now, as an atheist, for me, religion is another fantasy I don't want to go into. But that's just me. You guys with faith, I completely respect you. I'm happy you've got what you have. And you're good, you're better people for it, so good for you. And I can't disprove that God doesn't exist. You know, I can't prove that. I can't disprove he exists. I can't do that. So, for me, he doesn't. For me, there's no need for a God. But if you believe in God, then good for you. It's not a fantasy for you, it's a reality. But there are other fantasies. I mean, look at all the people who get completely hooked up on TV shows and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, I like Doctor Who, for example. I've got loads of DVDs and I love all that kind of stuff. And I was looking at some of their sites years ago, and people were going mental over a TV show. There was the kind of vitriolic hatred that you would expect from like a massacre or something, because someone said something that they didn't agree with. And people just go mental about these things. It's absolutely bonkers. So reality for a lot of people is just is too much. They can't handle it, and they have to have something to help them out. Now, am I going to say that's a bad thing? No, because we all have ways of dealing with situations. But all I would say is that reality is a source of joy. Reality is a source of happiness. If you're living a dream or living a fantasy, whatever it is, it can't make you happy. By definition, it's an untruth. By definition, it is false. And it's never going to make you happy. The Jehovah's Witnesses never made us happy because it was a lie, because it was a fantasy. There was never any true happiness there, because there can't be, because it's not real. So let's avoid those. Let's live in a real, balanced way. Let's look at our good qualities. Let's think about what we can do. Because all of us have got amazing skills. All of us have got something to offer. And genetically, we're all unique. So therefore, we're all going to have something unique about us that's cool. So we don't need to live in a fantasy world. We don't need crutches of whatever kind it is. You know, I think a lot of people, when they come out of the Jehovah's Witnesses, the most readily available and acceptable even in that culture is alcohol. And I think, certainly in my case, when I was disfellowshipped, I hit the bottle quite badly. And I wasn't a particularly nice person at the time. Nowadays, I can take or leave alcohol. I'll have 1 pint, maybe 2 pints, and that'll be it, or a glass of wine, or whatever it is. I will not sit there and get inebriated anymore. I just don't like it. But that's something we all need to be very careful about, because we go through this trauma of being kicked out or leaving or whatever happens, and you're left with nothing. You're left with no support group. You haven't been given the social skills. You haven't been given the information on how to handle alcohol and other substances that you may or may not choose to take. And lots of people can easily get addicted to alcohol that way. So I can sympathise, as I say. When I got booted out, I hit the drink quite badly. And what got me out of it was having something to lose. I think that is one of the things that saves a lot of people from addiction, is having something to lose. If you feel you've got nothing to lose, then why not get addicted to alcohol or some other substance? Why not? Got nothing to lose. Gets you through the day, makes you feel a bit better. There's a very famous quote by Charles Bukowski, very cool poet and author, American. And he said in one of his books, "When you drink, the world is still out there, but at least it doesn't have you by the throat." And I get with that statement really, really strongly. I understand where he's coming from. But that's what I would urge people to be very careful of. Don't start having other crutches. You're going to need support, yes, because you've had your feet kicked out from under you. What you thought was true, what you thought was real, turns out to be a lie, turns out to be a fantasy. So you're on the floor. You need proper support. So if you've just been disfellowshipped, or you've just disassociated yourself, or you're going through problems, please go and seek professional help. We're all here to help you in the XJW community. I would love to help you if I can. And that's the same for many, many good-hearted people out there. They really do want to help. But nothing is better than professional help, especially if you've got substance or alcohol concerns. Go and get proper help, because you deserve it. People lied to you deliberately. The high-ups in the cult deliberately lied to you. You deserve a good, happy life. So go and get the help you need. And we're always here in the XJW community to offer you our support in any way we can. I think it's time for some shout-outs. Yay! Okay, well I've been watching quite a lot of Mike and Robin's videos. Their channel is called What's Up Watchtower, so I suggest you go and check them out. They're a really lovely couple. Their videos are really good. They've also got a website called What's Up Watchtower. They're on Facebook. They're doing a hell of a lot of good work out of the kindness of their hearts, and they're good people. So thank you very much, Mike and Robin. Good on you guys. You're really cool. Dear Denise Hedberg 66 has just released a very, very moving video. I suggest you go and watch that, and watch her other videos too, because she is a genuinely lovely woman and you will learn a great deal from her. She is just tops. I really love her very much. Of course, my good old buddy, Something Found. Go and check out her videos. Dude771, go and check out her videos. She's done an amazing one all about perfectionism, which was really interesting, really, really good. I recommend that very, very highly. And I'd just like to say a shout out to all the new YouTubers out there. It's amazing to see so many people coming on, telling their stories. It's just really, really wonderful to see. So well done, everybody. I think that's about it. So I'm going to say my famous final words. Peace be with you. Excelsior.